A new play, Tales of Pedro, based on folkloric characters from Latin America. It will be playing at a theater in Queens this August, and here to tell us all about it is Mark-Eugene Garcia, the playwright, Rodrigo Bolaños, the director of the production, and they've worked together well for previous productions. We'll get into that. They say you write what you know. How much of that holds true for you in this production?
It was a little bit of research.
Okay.
For me, I didn't have the strong connection with my heritage at first. But I'd always loved these stories.
These stories
the stories of Pedro Urdiales and Juan Bobo, which is a Puerto Rican story. Pedro's stories started in Spain and have then come to Latin America and branched out. And he's been given other names, and the stories have kind of continued all throughout Latin America.
Okay.
I fell in love with them a long time ago and have been searching for a reason to tell them. The current political climate is what really pushed me towards it.
Okay.
I feel like now is a time more than ever that we need to have honor in our heritage.
So it's 8 Tales of Pedro. Are there 8 tales in the
There
story?
are definitely 8 tales.
And how many of those Pedro are you? Do you think?
One of them definitely.
Sure.
One of them definitely is me, and that's the one where one of the characters really does discover who he is.
Okay.
By the end of it.
So this is personal.
It's very personal.
As much as it is professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about you. What's the challenge in terms of conveying the story from a directorial point of view?
It's a fantasy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a very realistic fantasy, if you can say that. I think that the trying to convey, like you said, about the climate politically, it's something that we wanted to share as a conversation starter.
Okay.
In terms of immigration, and we want to make sure that people know.
So what's the biggest compliment you both could get from people who leave the production and say...
We want people to feel. I feel that there's definitely a broken system when it comes to immigration, and part of the story is about that. We alternate between these fantasies that take place in 17th century Mexico of Pedro and Juan Bobo as they travel the country, and then we alternate back and forth between 6 people in a van going to a new country, headed to a border. And that idea of hope and fear of what happens when you arrive somewhere new.
The cast, how big of a cast? And tell me about them.
The cast is 6 people, all Latin.
All Latinos.
We have one musician from Venezuela, and then all the other cast members they range from Puerto Rico, Dominicano, Mexicano, Hondureño, Peruano, Ecuador,
Venezuela.
Yo soy El Salvador.
Honduras, Mexico.
So that's a real United Nations for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Tickets still available, right?
Tickets are available now. They're 18 now and 20 at the door at the Secret Theater.
You were telling me that you've been working or this idea has been in your head for a decade or so.
Yes.
But it wasn't until recently that something either ignited or was served as a catalyst for you to say, okay, now's the time.
I've been wanting to write this story. I'd always loved the stories, but it was about 2 years ago at my job, a customer got into an argument, and I went there to resolve it. And he looked at me and said, "Are you even a citizen?" And it jolted me.
Right.
I didn't know what to say to that. And it just got me really thinking, because I'm someone who grew up in the California suburbs. I didn't speak Spanish. I didn't have that same upbringing, but they didn't care. That's not something they saw or knew. They just saw brown skin.
Sure.
And that really just hit me. And it hit me probably in the opposite effect, because as opposed to making me feel demeaned for not being considered in his eyes an American citizen, I was more ignited to learn more about my Latino heritage and really follow that. I got on Ancestry, traced my family back, learned a lot more about where I came from, and then really decided that's the time to tell the story. That's what I want to tell with
And at
this.
that point, you approach him and share with him the vision, and what do you say in response? Let's do this.
Well, this is the 4th show that I've directed of his.
Yeah.
And all of his plays are really tender in terms of speaking about the people in general. So I always like to tell his stories, and they ultimately become my stories as well, because I have that passion for.
We've got about a minute left. What is the message that you hope your production conveys to the viewing audience?
I want them to look at the immigrant situation and see people as people. I think right now we're looking at numbers, we're looking at skin, we're looking at headlines, and we're looking at rhetoric, and it's not resonating that they're people that have stories. And each of these tales, from Pedro's point of view or from the storyteller's point of view, are all that, showcasing the people behind it.
Okay. And it's playing, we put up the date, so let's put it up again so people can take a good look here. 8 Tales of Pedro, Sunday, August 12th. That's just the first, right?
That's just the first of several.
Of several different showings. 3 p.m. It runs 90 minutes?
90 minutes, no intermission, and we'll be playing till the 29th of August.
The Secret Theater, 4402 23rd Street, Long Island City, Queens. Again, tickets are $18 in advance, $20 at the door, and the website is Secret Garden...
Or
secrettheater.com.
Secrettheater.com. Un placer. Continued success, guys. And I think what you're doing is really,
much.
really good. All right. Muchísimas gracias. Como pasa el tiempo. Thank you for spending some of your Sunday with us. I'm Joe Torres, and we will see you next time on Tiempo.